Well, welcome everybody. It's great to have you all here for our relatively quick city council meeting with one super special item, and that is the nomination and naming of our Youth Climate Action Council tonight. We'll go ahead and start this meeting. We typically start them with an invocation, which we observe by a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I move approval of the minutes for the work session and regular meeting. Oh, we gotta do roll call. My mistake.
But thanks for getting us going.
There was a pause. I was uncomfortable.
Clerk, will you call the roll?
Orlis, Halliburton,
Here.
Morales,
Here.
Nash,
Here.
Stead,
Here.
Willis. 4 present, 2 absent.
And now,
Madam Mayor, I move approval of the minutes for the work session regular meeting of October 1st, 2024.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Clerk, will you call the roll?
Stead,
Here, yes.
Halliburton,
Yes.
Morales,
Yes.
Nash.
Yes.
All in favor, motion carries.
Great. We're going to move into special business, and that's the introduction of the Youth Climate Action Council appointees. I think, Steve, you've got a presentation of sorts to do to share a little bit about the council, introduce our co-chairs, and then we'll, when we name you, will you please stand when we name you as individual council members so that everybody can see who's who?
Thank you. Just some brief comments tonight. A little background for City Council about the Youth Climate Action Council. I'm Steve Hubble, Climate Action Manager in the Department of Public Works. The Youth Climate Action Council started in 2020 as an opportunity for student leaders across the city to provide their perspectives on a topic of critical importance to their generation, climate action. Our council members are high school students who live in Boise and attend a wide range of public and private schools across the city. We're entering our 4th year of the council, and the council has 2 co-chairs, Hadley and Jisong, who are returning after being members of last year's council. Additionally, the other new members submitted a competitive application this year and were selected amongst their peers. The council meets twice a month and generally follows the calendar of the school year from fall to spring. They work on 2 key initiatives each year. The first is a service learning project in partnership with city staff, and the second is a day-long youth climate summit where they bring together about 150 of their peers from schools across the city to learn about how they can collaborate together in their schools on sustainability, and then learn more how they can take action as an outcome of the summit. I'd like to just briefly mention our staff who support the council from the Boise Watershed, Augie Gabrielli and Jenny Wolf, and then from the climate team, Alex Brooks, and also all the other staff from the city that support the group through the year. So with that, I'll turn it over briefly to Hadley and Jisong to give a few comments on behalf of the co-chairs.
Thank you all so much for taking the time to meet here today. I'm Hadley Dermott.
And I am Jisong Ryu.
And we are your co-chairs of the Youth Climate Action Council for the upcoming year. We are so excited to get to interact with this council and feel so lucky to have the opportunity to continue to work with this inspiring group of youth and engage in their ideas.
As some of you may know, last year we organized a Beat the Heat event partnering with Full Circle Health and Our Path Home to work with the community addressing heat inequity. At this event, we created over 100 heat kits to distribute to our local homeless shelters. Since this past summer was one of our hottest on record in city history, we wanted to prioritize helping the most vulnerable groups. As a result, we're happy to announce that the Climate Division has invested funding into an urban heat study to implement equitable heat solutions, making heat mitigation a bigger city priority.
Additionally, we hosted our annual Youth Climate Action Council Summit. We invited schools from all over the valley, as well as a variety of speakers to support our theme of climate detectives finding solution in education, equity, and tech. Students created sustainable solutions for their individual schools, and we loved seeing them come forward and collaborate to progress climate action within the city. Continuing this year, we are hoping to expand the impact of the summit. We would love to give the opportunity to more youth to engage in climate action and expand volunteer roles in this area. We believe that by promoting these opportunities, YCAT can foster community just as dedicated and engaged as we and many other Boiseans are to climate action. Reaching diverse communities ensures that their opinions are heard and acted on.
And moving forward, we're very excited to work with this year's cohort to continue inspiring and mobilizing youth to take climate action in our community. For our annual project, we've talked with the city's transportation, Curbit, and open space groups, and we'll be working with one of them to build a more climate resilient city. As our city continues prioritizing climate, it is more important than ever to include youth in the decision-making process. That is why we believe working with city leadership, sharing resources, and creating opportunities for youth would be among the many crucial steps that would help us build comprehensive solutions for our growing city under this changing climate.
To wrap this up, we would love to thank the mayor for introducing this council, as well as giving us the platform to advocate and contribute to climate action within our city. None of this would have been possible without you.
And additionally, thank you to our council supervisors, Jenny Wolf and Augie Gabrielli, for providing us the resources to bring our ideas to life. We truly could not be more grateful. And we look forward to working with you all more in the future, and we really appreciate your support as we go into this new term. Thank you.
Well, thank you both. It's great to have you back for a second year, and this time as co-chairs, to continue this work for the city. Last year, I really loved seeing the different proposals and plans that people made at the climate summit for their schools. And then also, as you mentioned, we're doing work because of the work that the Youth Climate Action Council did last year around heat, to undertake that heat study. So the group that you were with last year had real impact. And I thank you for that. And then I'll look to all of you because in the same way that last year our our staff and our council adopted recommendations from the council, you have the opportunity this year to choose a project, work on it, see it through, and then work to influence the decisions and steps that we take as a city. So thank you all very much, and really excited to see what the group that you choose to work with. I don't know if it's the same way this year, but last year I heard from staff that after their pitch day of pitching to the Youth Climate Action Council, and they were all kind of jockeying, wanting to have their project picked by our Youth Climate Action Council. I'm not sure if you're doing the same process this year, but look forward to seeing the staff team and the staff project that gets picked, because I know they all want to be. I would love to now read the names of the council members out, and as I say your name, please stand. And then after that, I'll put your nominations before the council, and then they'll take action. So with that, I'll start first with our co-chairs, Jizong Ryu and Hadley Dermott. So Jizong is at Timberline and Hadley's at Bishop Kelly. And then our members for the year, Zoe Sims from Boise High, Sahara Teeter from Bora, Jimin Kim from Timberline, Arya Pangikar, from Boise High, Brooks Hoyle from Riverstone, Chloe Price, Capital, Jordan Benson, Bora, Julia Pearl, Riverstone, Ella Engel, Timberline, Catherine Groner, Bora, and Benny Juarez from Bora. And with that, I will put the nomination of these students forward to council.
Madam Mayor, I move that the appointees to the Youth Climate Action Council be approved for terms ending June 20th, 2025.
Second.
June 30th.
June 30th, 2025.
Second.
Great. We'd let you stay an extra 10 days, even if we hadn't caught it. We have a motion, a second. Any discussion?
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
I just want to congratulate the chairs and also the new students taking the initiative here to get involved and learn about our city process and how you can help to shape the policy that we're that we're supporting and driving. It's really inspiring to see you all putting in, I know it's extra time and effort on already busy schedules to be a part of this, and we're a better city for it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your time.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I was gonna wait till after so that everybody could sit down, but
Oh,
I'll
that's
make
true. You guys
make
can sit down now. Thanks, Jimmy, for pointing that out. Sorry. Sorry. Thank
but
you.
we could just make you stand the whole time as well. I'm very excited for each and every one of you. Also excited for us for this opportunity to learn from you. I'm going to tell a story, and then the mayor's maybe going to have to do some revisionist history because I'm probably going to get some of the stuff wrong. But before I was elected onto city council, I was at the city council meeting where the city adopted its goal to be carbon neutral as a city by 2035 and for the city as a whole by 2050. But when I got to the meeting, 2035 wasn't actually the date. I believe it was 2040 or 2045. And there was a bunch of young folks who came to that meeting who testified publicly that they wanted it to be sooner. They didn't want to wait till 2045. They wanted to get it to a sooner date. And I didn't quite know how it was going to go. And the mayor at the time was actually the one who pushed for it to go to that lower date. And I don't know if she would have been able to do that if it wouldn't have been for all the voices from the community that said, we want you to actually push harder. And I remember one of the things that she said at that moment was that we can plan for this date, but we don't know all of the new ideas and we don't know all of the new technologies that are going to come forward between now and then. We know that they will be, and this allows us to push extra hard. And one of those things that can come forward that can help us reach that goal faster, that made it possible for us to get to 2035 as a goal, was by fostering ideas from the community. And this is really where you all come in. You, part of our Youth Climate Action Council, gets to help provide new ideas to the city of Boise to reach these goals faster than we thought we could at one point, and maybe even faster than we have listed now. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I guess I would challenge each and every one of you to dream big, to think about your big ideas, to push the city into new and innovative ways, and to help us reach these goals for climate action at the city. Again, so excited for each and every one of you. I can already tell this is going to be a good group.
Madam Mayor, I'll go ahead and I just want to thank you all for taking the initiative to become part of this and for all the things that you've done leading up to this. I'm sure this isn't your first time engaging in the community because you have that spark. You want to be able to contribute, and really want to thank you for taking the time to join us and providing those things that we'll be able to adapt in the future. So wishing you the best of luck and looking forward to working with you.
I won't be voting, but just before the vote's taken, I'm going to say congratulations in advance because I think this is gonna pass. And the experience that you have will be as rich as you make it. So lean in, engage, take every opportunity you can. There are other things circling around at the city that are somewhat tangential to the Climate Action Council, but you are welcome to engage wherever there are opportunities for the public to engage. And then there'll be opportunities because you're a member of the Climate Action Council that might be you can choose to do it. And I just encourage you to do it, to learn as much as you can about the city, and then help us learn as much as we can about what you need in the city that will be yours to lead so soon. And so just really excited to see where this year takes you. So happy to welcome you. The groups of students we've gotten the last couple of years since we launched this have always been so interesting, engaged, committed, and we're serious about taking ideas and running with them and turning it into policy solutions and proposals for Boise. So thank you in advance for all that you'll give back to the city that you're so lucky enough to get to call home, just like we all do too. And with that, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Stead,
Yes.
Halliburton,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Nash,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
And this will be a fast meeting. You're welcome to head out. I think we've just got 2 more motions to take, but feel free to head out and move on to your next thing if you want. I'll take a consent agenda motion. Thanks all. See you all soon.
Madam Mayor, I think we have one more item of special business.
Oh, thank you. I missed that. Yes, we've got revised findings. Jesse, that's why you're here. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and council members. I don't have a presentation. Just wanted to remind you quickly today that on September 10th, the Boise City Council heard the application for a comprehensive plan amendment, a rezone, and the appeal of a planning and zoning commission's denial of a conditional use permit to increase density in the B1 airport influence area. On that day, the council approved the comprehensive plan amendment, rezone, and approved or the conditional use permit. So I presented revised findings, and I'm here to answer any questions if you have any.
Madam Mayor, I move that the revised findings for CPA 24-1, CAR 24-1, and CUP 24-12 be approved and state for the record that they accurately reflect the motion and direction given by council.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Jesse, thank you. Appreciate it. Clerk,
Madam Mayor, just real quick. I didn't vote in favor of this at the actual meeting, but I do agree that these are the revised findings. This was the conversation that was had, and this was the decision that council voted on. So I'll be voting in favor.
thank you. Clerk?
Stead,
Yes.
Halliburton,
Yes.
Morales,
Yes.
Nash,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
And now the consent agenda.
Madam Mayor, I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Any discussion? Clerk?
Stead,
Yes.
Halliburton,
Yes.
Morales,
Yes.
Nash,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
And we are going to fast forward to new business where we have a motion for executive session.
Madam Mayor, I move that we go into executive session to discuss pending or imminently likely litigation pursuant to Idaho Code 74-206-1F.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Clerk, will you call the roll?
Stead,
Yes.
Halliburton,
Yes.
Morales,
Yes.
Nash,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
And there's nobody else in the council chambers but for anybody watching online, we will be adjourning the meeting from our executive session, so we'll not be returning to the council chambers. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Have a good night. Be well.